Okay, and we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mid Rats. I'm Mitch. That's Jeff, and we like to talk about comics and stuff.
So we do.
Today, there's a couple things I want to talk about. Right. One of the things is I want to talk about the new Venom suit from the trailer
hmm
and what we think about that. And I want to talk about Ninjak versus the Valiant universe, a little web comic built by Bat in the Sun with permission from it, and I just want to talk about it and see how we feel. Okay.
Also,
First off, new Venom.
wow, that trailer was bittersweet. It was bitter in the sense of whatever they did a couple months ago, whatever they put out, I would have gladly waited for that for what we got now. So I really enjoyed it, and it was you get to see him, the whole suit, special effects. I want to see it more now. I'm on the hype train for it.
Absolutely. I had a lot of reservations about it because uh you know how I am. I'm kind of protective over my Spider-Man lore, and Venom
hmm
is definitely one of the better villains that Spider-Man could have. And he even worked as a good anti-hero. I know they're taking this from the Lethal Protector
Yeah,
storyline where he's in San Francisco and he fights bad guys and he kills people. But I thought just the cinematics of it were brilliant. I
yeah.
thought the suit looked good, the animations looked amazing. I was like, this is crazy, crazy good.
See, I thought it was more almost Sam Raimi, like his version of it, like a somewhat on that spin because it wasn't. They can't do the whole Secret Wars or anything like that, and I get it, but I didn't know it was Lethal Protector until you said it. It makes more sense.
Right, right. The only thing that I'm worried about now, right? Because
hmm
I was worried about Mad Max being Eddie Brock, but he looks really good. Uh, he's he seems to. I don't know. The more I watch about that guy, the more I see him in different movies and stuff. I'm thinking this guy's really good, like really, really good.
Yeah,
So I'm excited for him as Eddie Brock. I just don't know how he gets all the stuff right because the symbiote. I want to talk about that too. The way that lady says symbiote
yeah. I
or
read a
however
couple of things about that where they're like, is it tomato type of thing?
symbiote symbiote. It's a symbiote. It's French. Symbiote. Yeah, whatever. But the symbiote got its power set or its ability set, because I don't really think it's got powers,
hmm
from being attached to Spider-Man, right?
Right.
So like, oh, you want to wall crawl? I can wall crawl, right? You want to shoot webs? I can shoot webs. Let's do this. I can do it better. So I don't know how he's going to have that skill set with Sans Spider-Man,
Right.
right? And if you also notice, they didn't show his chest, right? They didn't show the front of the Venom suit,
I don't know what they're gonna do with that either.
right? They didn't show it in the trailer. Are we hiding something? Are we purposely not showing it to hide the lack of a white spider on the front of it? Like you didn't see his front or his back.
What they could do is go for the whole they saw Spider-Man on TV, which connects the Venom to Spider-Man Homecoming and everything else, and it inspired him or something. Or go with the whole Eddie
Maybe.
Brock is like in the comics where he's the reporter with the Daily Bugle, hates Peter Parker. Peter Parker follows Spider-Man, and I don't know. It's a kind of a reach, especially with Sony doing this instead of Marvel MCU doing it. So
I'm not entirely sure that they're not going to play Eddie Brock up as like that's he's going to be Aaron Brockovich is what he's going to be. So like they got this big company that does evil things, being all corporatey and making money, but being evil, right?
hmm
he's gonna crack the case wide open, and they're gonna try to kill him because of it, and then the suit gets on him. Dude, okay, so I've never got like super excited over stuff like this, right? I kind of try to keep my cool, but
Mhm.
I almost like I almost flipped my laptop over when he said "We are Venom." I was like, that
Yeah.
was good.
I like how Spider-Man in the Marvel is getting more Batman to Michael Keaton was Homecoming's villain. Bang, Tom Hardy is this villain. Arnold might have a shot to do something before he dies of his complications or something.
All right,
Hello,
Jim Carrey as
Spider-Man. Jim Carrey is who?
Craven the Hunter.
No. No, no,
Yep,
no.
yep.
Let's
that's that's what it'll be. Or Tommy Lee Jones as the Scorpion.
Tommy Lee Jones as Norman Osborn.
Dude, okay, so say what you want about the Spider-Man films, you're not gonna have a better Norman Osborn than Willem Dafoe.
No, no.
That guy was all kinds of Osborn crazy, and he did it. That was perfect.
Yeah, I want to see him in Aquaman, how he's going to interact with everybody there.
Right? Well, have they even said what he's going to be? Right? Is he going to be Ocean Master or what? What's his
I
role?
think
Do you
he's going
know?
to be one of Aquaman's aides or something, but I don't remember it. Like the whole Aquaman thing is so close to the chest that I don't even know. All I know is James
Yeah,
Wan's directing it, and Zack Snyder is far away from it, so that gives me more hope.
because Zack Snyder's away from it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Like, look at Wonder Woman. The one part that most people didn't like was the battle scene at the end, which basically was Snyder esque, over the top, Dragon Ball Z ish, and you're just sitting there like, I got nothing.
yeah, that movie was great, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Wonder Woman. I thought it was really good. Um, and I thought it was going to be hard too, and not because she was a girl, right? But because she's Wonder Woman, right? You guys have no
Yeah,
idea this late skill set. Like, how
yeah.
are they going to portray that effectively in comics, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, in live action. But they did. I thought it was great, and I loved the battlefield scene where she just walks out there amidst all the
The No
gunfire. Right?
Man's Land.
Yeah, the no man's land. Well, I am no man. I thought that was really on the nose, but I thought it was really
Mm-hmm.
good. It felt
Yeah,
real
you almost wanted to see her go.
right. Yeah, or she done it like I am no man, right? And then
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that'd fit. That would have fit pretty well. But yeah, behind the shield, she got the shield and the gunfire, right? And you see her face. And although being able to like punch through brick walls, I don't think 30 cal machine fire is really going to put her under too much strain, but it looked really good.
It was the moment of her against the odds.
Right, right. She wasn't just pushing back. She wasn't just blocking the bullets. She was pushing back the oppression of the people. I got you.
You know, it was like early suffrage. So
Right, right. It was symbolic. So I agree. I thought everything except for the last bit was really good. And the
mhm.
villain, that was not a surprise at all. Like, I think the moment I saw that guy, this is how I pick out hidden villains in movies. If a guy's way too apologetic over,
Mhm.
like if it starts off with a tragedy, right,
Yeah.
and this guy, he's like if he's too sympathetic, that he's a
Mhm.
bad guy, or if they're just too nice overall,
Yeah.
yeah, they're the hidden bad guys, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Or the whole no, you can't do this. And then the next scene, hey, listen, I didn't want to say anything before, but you should go do this. It was like,
right, right, right. So that's easy pickings for me at least. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of other people. I'm not a smart man, so I'm sure other people pick this up pretty quick too.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know much about Aquaman other than see, I still don't even know if I like Jason Momoa as Arthur, right? Like he was funny, but I don't know. Is he supposed to be funny? He's not supposed to be funny.
Well,
He's
well,
a
that's the
tortured
thing.
soul.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Snyder picks. Snyder's vision was off of the DC universe. It was the picks. Some of them were scary. Some of them, like Ben Affleck, when he first said he's going to be Batman. As a Batman fan, I pretty much like. I'm not even gonna lie. My nerd rage was in an uproar. Uh, Especially the way they played it. He's old and seasoned and weary, and he's almost retirement. It's like, wait. So you're gonna have him going against up with demigods, and he's gonna be the old man.
That's
So
Frank Miller's Batman.
yeah, stop using Frank Miller's work. There's so many other good writers.
Right.
I mean, I don't get it. Like Ezra Miller, Flash, terrible. I will argue with this till the day I die. It was terrible, especially when you have a cinematic universe of all these badass, realistic people, and then you give us, oh, brunch, I just push people and run. No, I can't do it.
Yeah. Like I see what they were trying to do, what they needed to do, right? Because you got to have a balance in your cast. That's why Aquaman was funny, and that's why the Flash was like the comic relief. That they needed that, I guess, for balance, but that's not what those characters are. I agree.
No. Especially when you look at the show and that version of Barry Allen has been punching since day one. Episode one, off and running. I mean, and I know you can't have a show of people just getting pushed, but he was more Flash than this Flash, the movie Flash.
Absolutely. I totally agree. The Grant Gustin Flash is a much better portrayal of the Barry Allen Flash than Urza Miller's were. I feel like Urza Miller are they getting their flashes confused? Because at best he was Bart Allen.
Yeah. But here's the thing that I don't know how they're going to do it, and they didn't specify this in the movie. If he wasn't a forensic scientist in a lab, how did he get his powers?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Well, they probably just changed the intro. Well, sure, he was struck by lightning or something. The Speed Force picked him. Whatever. They'll be so ham-fisted with that. Are they even going to make a Flash movie, standalone movie? I don't think so.
They're still shaking an etch sketch, trying to come up with a proper story. I mean, I know they want to do Flashpoint or something. It's so many up in the air. They can't even pick a director, and that's the problem with the DC universe right now. Is they're just throwing everything at the wall. They're throwing all kinds of cold cuts at the wall, trying to see what sticks. Like next, you'll hear from, oh, look, we're going to do a Nightwing movie. We're going to do a Batgirl movie. And now we're going to do a Booster Gold movie. And now we're going to do none of that. Well, you still have stuff from 5 years ago that you said you were going to make.
Right. I just kind of cringed a little bit at the Booster Gold. Like, yeah, they done it wrong, right? They did it wrong. I know that's like easy to say, but Marvel did it the way DC's trying to do it now, right? They start off with their headline characters, but they built them up separately and then brought them to the Avengers, right? I feel like DC coming late to the game said we could do that, and then like scrambled to try to do it. What they should have done was make the Justice League movie, make a brilliant Justice League movie, and then you can shatter off and do your separate movies from there. They should have went in guns blazing. They should have went in with Darkseid. It should have been the 52. It should have been the new 52 reboot of Justice League. That's what they should have done.
Well, it's like with Batman v Superman. The movie would have been so much better. Hell, just alone, if you'd have just took out the V. Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. You don't even
Worlds.
have to, yeah, you don't need to say Batman versus Superman for butts and seats. If you want butts and seats, you say Batman and Superman are going to be in a movie together, and butts will be there.
Right. They've got a pre-established fan base. Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah. You think they would have learned after the Nolan movies where you make it accurate as you can, but comic book fans, true fans, will be there multiple times in theaters. Money, popcorn, drinks, whatever. I'll be there. Look at
Absolutely.
Avengers. I was there multiple times.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I hate spending so much money on movie theater tickets because when I go, like, I got to bring my whole squad and it's
Mm-hmm.
like $12 a ticket, and then somebody wants to get popcorn, and then halfway through the movie somebody's got to pee. So like, it's I hate doing it now.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not
My little man, he will go through a tub of popcorn, like a bathtub size of popcorn, before the opening credits are done rolling. So I'm like, this movie has to be good. Because I can't afford him to get a refill.
Right. Absolutely. It's not like, back when I was all by myself and a swinging young, very handsome bachelor, and I could just go to the movies alone by myself all the time, every time,
Mm-hmm.
because no friends. But where I just like shell out the $8 for the matinee and go watch these movies. But
Yep.
all right, this the third Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, the worst Spider-Man movie. I don't know, maybe not hands down, but definitely in the running, right, for top worst Spider-Man movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that in theaters 3 times.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I just can't, like, I've been so supportive. I love DC Comics. I love Marvel, Image, all of them. But DC needs to step the game up. Okay, stick to a plan. Not everybody has to be dark and gritty. DC is more, there's some characters that are funny, some characters that have one-liners. Batman has one-liners. You get Flash, Wally West, he'll be funny. Barry, hit or miss. With I just read an article that says that DC was like, we should make Superman the headliner or for the movies, the tent pole, and it's like, duh, that should have been your first.
Right.
It took you this long to realize that.
You know what? I've got an idea. Let's put Superman as our main guy.
The first, hey, crazy concept.
You're right. Well, okay, so DC, they don't know what they're doing. They're like, they need a plan. Marvel's running on their plan, but I think they're going to outstretch themselves fairly soon because the word around the watering holes is that most of these people who've been playing these characters for the last 10 years are kind of tired of playing these characters and kind of want to break off now. So eventually they're going to have to reset or something.
Yeah, let me look at Robert Downey Jr. I mean, he's been doing it for over a decade. Just like Spider-Man: Homecoming, he was phoning it in. Oh, Peter, blah 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 blah. Which still, I don't even want to talk about Homecoming. I know you're a Spider-Man fan, and as a comic book fan, it hurt. Some of those things just hurt me.
Spider-Man team up, or Marvel team up with Spider-Man and Iron Man. That's what Homecoming should have been called.
It wasn't even It wasn't even a team up. It was I'm his inch.
Right. He's my daddy now. Right. Okay. So we'll talk about that. All right. What I do want to talk about is, all right, we beat this horse dead. Venom looks great, but we have no idea where it's going to go, and that scares me a little bit. I don't know how they're going to connect it or not connect it to Spider-Man. So let's see. Did you finish watching Ninjak versus the Valiant universe?
I binge watched it all yesterday.
All right. It's very short, like 20-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but let me hear your thoughts on it. What do you think?
I was very happy when I saw Bat and the Sun Productions, Aaron Chonky. He always brings his A game. I almost want him to headline the DCU, especially after watching this. It was just wonderful. I will say that some of the characters almost looks like Legends of Tomorrow characters. Like you look at Livewire, she kind of looks like Vixen. They had very similar suits. EXO kind of like Ray Palmer a little bit, but there's some people I don't know much about, like Archer and Armstrong, but they were hilarious. I love the fight scenes with them. It's Punky Brewster, like
Oh yeah, their attack names.
yeah,
Yeah, the Archer and Armstrong are silly. There's Archer and Armstrong, and then there's Quantum and Woody. And oh man, I would have loved to seen those guys in there. Those guys are hysterical.
hmm
It actually reminds me a lot of us, actually,
yeah,
you and I. So you should check that out. But I agree with you. Yeah, it was good stuff.
yeah. Some of the stuff, like I used to read a little bit of Ninjak and Bloodshot. Wow, Green Ranger, well done.
Exactly, dude. I saw that trailer. I was looking at it. I was watching. It, I said, "Is that Tommy?" Rewind, rewind, rewind. That's Tommy. It's
Yeah.
Tommy.
Oh
Halfway
man.
through the fight with Ninjak, I fully expected him to pull out the dragon dagger, right?
Da, 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 da.
Finish this, right? Boo. Yeah, yeah. That would have been. Nah, they would have had to stop. They would
Yeah.
that would have ruined everything.
Oh
Um,
man, it was. I was kind of surprised at like how the head of MI6 didn't know where his family was for so long.
Yeah, I did. I caught that too. I was, but they kind of played it up right later in like episode 4 or 5. You found out that they've been divorced for a while.
Yeah.
Probably Neville's job that did it. Super secret agent, spy guy.
Government work takes tolls on families.
Yep, yep. So you should have. So the divorce probably, they gave it an out, but I know what you're saying. Like, how long does it take?
Yeah.
And why would like Roku should have like went right to Neville?
I thought
I,
about that too.
I feel like if she would have went to Neville instead of Ninjak, right? But then it would be Neville versus the Valiant universe, and I don't think he would have done so hot.
No, the head of the SWAT guy would have been like, rifle butt, you're done.
Yeah, yeah, he couldn't have fought through a hallway of armed men like
I mean,
me. Dude, that was good. I see the costumes, man. I love the costumes. The costumes are
mhm.
so comic accurate. I know what you're saying. There's some cues from the TV series and stuff like that, which I think they do their costumes pretty well too.
Mhm.
Ray Palmer's threw me off when I first saw it, but like it grew on me. I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
makes a bit more sense than the comics. So I get you.
Yeah. I don't want to see him in a red and blue onesie. I'm like, I'll take the suit.
Right. The suit being able to do it is way better than the idea that there's a button on the center of his belt buckle that
Yeah.
turns his whole body micro, right?
Yeah.
So that was good. I liked it after a little bit. It took me a bit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
XO war suit I thought was brilliant. They did a great
Mhm.
job with enough CGI, not too much CGI. That of course that could have been like a budget thing, right?
But then again, like the cosplayers versus movie roles, they did it better.
They
I
did.
mean, I've seen some stuff where it's like, this internet stuff is doing pretty good. I mean, you look at some things on TV and it's like, oh wow, uh, you guys
Mm.
actually put that out there? They were
Uh,
like, you know, like you have a Henry Cavill mustache. Like, okay, sure.
Yeah, like I know, like they got professional people to do this, right? Casting directors and set designers and costume designers. But like, do these people just look at a picture, right? When somebody shows does a comic book character, right?
Hmm.
Let's like Thor. Although Thor's costume is represented pretty well, but would this person just look at this like one issue of Thor and be like, "Oh yeah, I can do that"? But you know what? It would be so much better if it was like this and like this and like. No, 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 no. We don't want better. We
Hmm.
want we want you to read this book, right? And we want you to then make the exact same thing that's there.
Right. Which
That's
I don't understand why some of this stuff is so expensive. Like I put out the idea of why not have Grodd as the main villain on Flash for a season, and somebody was like, "Well, it's too expensive to do the gorilla." Which I replied, "You can have people do his voice patterns, and then have him here and there. Plus, all the things that it's basically in a computer. So all you're doing is taking a monkey, punching on a computer to make a gorilla walk, talk, move. If all the images are stored, what's the problem?
yeah, dude. Flash is on what, like season 5, season 6?
Uh, 4 or 5 or something like that. But
Yeah. They've got money now, right? You
hmm,
can't write it off as we don't have money anymore. Like
yeah,
you're good. You got it. You could
yeah.
probably do whatever you want, and the producers will be like, "Yeah, sure."
If
Or
you look at Legends, that show is phenomenal, and they do some of the craziest things that you can't even imagine with a budget on a TV show. One episode, they had Gorilla Grodd go back in time to try to kill a young Barack Obama, and that was only a small part of the episode.
wait, was that the one when Heat Wave met his father?
No, that was the later episode. That was almost the season finale.
'Cause that was Gorilla Grodd in the Heat Wave episode too.
Yep,
Oh,
yep, in the jungle during Vietnam.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, Grodd's all over. Why is Grodd more prevalent a villain in Legends of Tomorrow than he is in Flash?
I don't know, but all I'm saying is, if you want your villains to become better, send them over to Legends. Reverse Flash season 2 of Legends. I liked him in season 1 of Flash, but when he got to season 2 and he had fun with it, he actually made one of my top 5 villains.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Legion of Doom, and then you had Damien Dark season 3 for Legends. You walked away with him like, wow, wow, just mind blown.
hmm Yeah, no, I agree. The Damien Dark from Arrow, I'm like, who is this? Who's this guy? He's just like a little magician,
Yeah,
right?
yawn.
Right, right. It wasn't impressive. Oh, League of Assassins also. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got some sort of connection to the Dark World. And
Mm-hmm.
then he came into Legends of Tomorrow, and he's like, the dude is almost God.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, now I get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's bad. He's bad to the bone.
Yep.
Like the episode where they were trying to save his daughter
Mm-hmm.
from him. That was good.
Where they kind of John Wicked him.
Yeah, they had a little bit, and then you're like, do I feel sorry for him a little bit because it is his daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know if there was a group of people trying to stop me from turning my daughter evil, I'd be like, you've got no right. It's my
Mm-hmm.
daughter. I can turn her evil and release her to the demon spirits all I want. It's my daughter.
Yeah. I made her. I do what I want.
Right, right, right. When do you call Child Protective Services
Yeah.
in that
Maybe they should have
situation?
tried that angle. Hey, I know that Child Protective Service. I know this is a crazy stretch.
I called CPS. I called CPS on Damien Dark. Oh, but okay. So we're way off. Valiant. I liked uh, I liked all of it. I didn't think the guy who played Galad. Who was that guy? I don't think he
He
did a good.
does he does a lot of different things for Bad News Sun. I I can't think of his characters right now, but I've seen him do it, and he does really good work. I think he was Winter Soldier in Winter Soldier versus Nightwing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think you're right. I think you're right. But they did not do. I don't feel like they did Glad enough justice. I know they gave him a hallway scene or a locked in room scene, but that felt kind of forced.
Yeah,
Uh, I thought they did. I thought Jason David. All right, these aren't the greatest actors of all time,
right.
right? But for what they are, I thought they did a good job. Jason David Frank, and I feel like the actors and actresses read their characters a bit. Like I feel like
Hmm.
they grabbed some comic books and said, "Hey, let's sit down. I'm gonna get this trade back. I'm gonna read through it. What makes Livewire tick?"
Hmm.
Uh, uh, Another thing, speaking of Livewire, something I didn't like a con, and I don't. I guess if they would have done this, it would have ended the show way too soon. There would have only been one episode because Livewire is not an electric shooter, right? She's
Okay.
a she's a technovore, which means she can communicate and control all technology. And they said something like that in the flashback where she said, "Well, I can disable your suit and I can remove all your nanites, so I'm stronger than both of you." Right when they were seeing who was stronger. So
Hmm.
they made mention of it, but she should have been like right away. She should have known that there were nanites in Ninjak.
Yeah. Um,
He disabled
that's
them.
that's kind of like I wonder how. Um, one thing with Bloodshot's fight scene in the alleyway, he's fighting dudes, he's getting stabbed, getting shot. The guy at the end pulls out the grenade. If I see you take a bunch of knife wounds, bullet wounds, a headshot, and you're still looking at me, no, I'm going home. I'm gonna have a beer. You have a good day, sir. Forget about it.
Right. And who brings the grenades? Right. Right. Like, all right, we're going to go do this heist, whatever they were doing. All
Yeah.
right. Make sure we got our ARs, right? We got
Hmm.
some AKs. Okay. Everybody's got a knife, right? Everybody needs a knife at
Bring your
least.
ski mask just in case.
Yep, ski mask. Bob's got the grenades. Where's Bob here? Bob, we need the grenades. Oh, you only got one. All right.
Hmm.
We'll bring it. You never know when we might be fighting a superhero, right?
You know what it is? He was inspired from from Anchorman. Loud noises.
He just runs around the fight with it out in front of him. Yeah, that's what it was. They could have placed that. So the acting, it was what it was. And
Yeah.
they're not really they're amateur novice people. I think Jason David Frank had the most illustrious career out of all of them there.
Hmm.
However, the guy that played Ninjak, I thought he was great. He did a really good job.
Fun fact. Do you know where that guy something he did?
What?
He was in Arrow, Deadshot, when they did their Suicide Squad.
You're right. Absolutely. He was Deadshot.
Yep. I was like, why does this guy look so familiar? And I looked it up and I was like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's got some actual TV experience, which probably why he was the better actor out of all of them.
Yeah.
Neville's mustard stain was bouncing all over his shirt.
I really wanted him to change that. Like,
So can we get some continuity checks here, people? All right. Yeah.
the girl, is she supposed to be like a bootleg Medusa? The
Yeah.
Roku?
Yep. Yep. She all right. There's a long story where basically there's like this never dying monk, this bleeding monk, and the Ninjak was in one of his backstories. He traveled to find this like secret temple, and he wound up going, and this is where like he learned all of his like nindo, right? Like his
Mm-hmm.
inner ninja strength and how to like he can't heal wounds, right? But he could force away the pain so that he could
Yes.
keep fighting and stuff like that. And they learn this by training underneath that the what do they call them? I can't remember what they call them. It's going to hit me later, but it's like this undying monk, the bleeding monk, and he just sits there and bleeds the whole time, but he never dies. And he never says anything either, but yet all these people are there doing what he wishes, and there's all these people training and trying to become like him. And Ninjak was one of them, and also Roku was one. And Roku, I think she lost to Ninjak in a little sparring fight, and eventually, I think she died. They buried her, and then her hair kept growing, and then she finally achieved oneness or something like that, and then her hair dug her out, and then she became Roku, right?
Sure, why not?
Which is why she's got such a hard on for Colin, right? Because he beat her during their little sparring match. And the glossed over eyes, though, that's not something I remember. So they left it open for the Necromancer, which was pretty cool at the end there. I don't think they're going to make a part 2, or I don't think they're going to continue this web series. As a matter of fact, the new owner of Valiant's like screaming at them to take it down and to get rid of it, which is why when I messaged you and I said, hey, man, you got to hurry up and finish watching this because they don't want it.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I give it, if I was to put a grade on it, I'd put a B+.
Yeah,
and say that the plot needed to be fleshed out a little bit more, but I understand because they're working with 20-minute episodes and they had to get through the whole thing in like 7 episodes. So I get it.
If somebody's putting that much quality to your work, then to your characters, it's almost like free advertising. Just go ahead and say, you know what? That was good for season 1. Now season 2, I'm going to back you, give you the rights to use these characters, and we can make it even better.
Yeah, I think it's got something to do with the upcoming movie deals with Sony. Like they don't want to confuse people and think that that's their finished product, and then people will get disinterested with the Sony. But you're right. I think more exposure is better. Valiant's kind of an underlying thing, and
it's like Dark Horse or some of these other ones that aren't Marvel or DC. Even DC, some people don't get that we're not stupid. You know, we don't want to have two Superman because it'll confuse people. No, it won't. I'm not a moron. I'm a comic book fan. I understand.
Right. We've read the books. There's like 36 Supermen to pick from.
If you look at like Batman, he has what, 6, maybe 5 or 6 issues a month or bi-weekly. He's very busy, very busy. I understand that not all these stories are connected, or this happens during a Monday through Thursday. This happened during the weekend. This happened on,
Oh, absolutely. Right. Okay. Exactly. So you read an Amazing Spider-Man, ASM, right? And then all of a sudden you turn to the next issue and a whole lot of stuff's happened. Oh, you're not reading Spectacular Spider-Man, or you're not reading Web of Spider-Man. Oh, you didn't the newspaper comic strip? I get it. Right? There's lots of stuff. But I don't need A, B, and C and D to be in a row. I can get from A to C and kind of imagine what B was like, and maybe I'll go back and get it later, right?
Yeah. I'm a big boy. I can figure it out. I can get from home to work, maybe the gas station or coffee shop, and back. You know,
right? You're not going to confuse people, especially not the people who liked it. If the people, not the casual likes, like the people like, oh yeah, no, that was good. Not those people, but the people like, man, that was awesome. I liked it. Well, now I need to find out more.
Yeah.
Right.
Like me, I want more.
Absolutely. 100% agree with you there. So give them a grade. I'd say B+. A for effort.
Yeah.
Plus for product. I really liked it.
Yep. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen the quality, the acting, the choreography and the fight scenes, I definitely give it B plus, A minus, somewhere around that gray area. But I'll definitely, like I said, I want to see more. I would love to see what stories you can bring to it.
Oh, Darkman, Shadow Man. Sorry, not Darkman. Different comic. Shadow Man was awesome. That dude, whoever they got to play him, he's a badass. That guy was spot on. The voice, that was exactly how I heard him in my head. The mask, the way the powers moved, right? Like the way he like smoked back into the negative realm, right? Like that was isolate him. That's A plus. What they did with that guy.
I really, that kind of makes me sad that they might not be able to do any more or to that quality because somebody else is butthurt about it. I really think just go with it, man.
Corporates being all corporate-y and money. I'm sure that they're like dumping some sort of toxic waste into an ocean right now.
Yeah.
And getting rid of what we like as Valiant.
Yeah. So. Cutting somebody's 401k because, it'll give them an extra Ferrari that they don't drive only on Saturday afternoons.
Right. Being all corporate-y. Corporate. Evil. All right. You got anything else you want to talk about?
I do. I just saw it the other day and I wanted to talk about it. I don't know if you've seen it, but Darkseid, DC, he has a new look. Apparently he died or something like that and he got rebirth, Wonder Woman, and they just released his new look and it's terrible. He looks like a bootleg Harry Potter villain. He's got like this hood thing on. He's kind of like an emo look. He looks almost like when you're in high school or you're junior high, you have the nerdy look and then you have a summer of growth and you come in like, I'm going to be edgy this year. He looks like that.
Like, oh, no, they made him emo? I'm looking for it right now. I forgot to look this up earlier when you told me about it. Oh, no. Well,
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he just looks like a buff emo kid.
Yeah. I don't look like I will follow him through Apocalypse. I look like he just looks lame. Like, if they were going to do something, I would give him more of an armor look. Like, he's ready to go into battle. Like, before his old suit, he had, like, the shorts or whatever with the boots. Give him some pants and a spike collar armor and some crazy helmet or something. But you don't need to make him with a hood. Not everybody needs hoods.
Yeah, is that a cloak, right? And it goes back like up onto the top of his head, right? Like, and he's got the red circle. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this, man.
Yeah, I know how I feel and I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it.
He looks like pre-skin loss Skeletor, right? Like that's what Skeletor would have looked like if he had, because he's blue skin.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like to me. Only not as menacing.
Yeah.
He looks like he'd be the guy to go in the library to you. Right?
Yeah, he looks like one of the early if you make a monster movie and he's like the first monster to get killed with a shotgun or something, just because somebody was scared. Like, that was one of the monsters? Oh, okay, whatever.
Oh man, I liked him. I liked him when he looked like his skin was made of stone, right? Like, like it cracks. The dude was a moving mountain.
Yeah, if you're from Apocalypse, you can't have that look. You need to have the stone skin look because your planet is hell.
Because that's just how hard you are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Our dogs are like 40 feet tall. You're not gonna like have this bro, I just want to ride my dog and write some emo music, man.
You know what that reminds me of? This reminds me of. Do you remember when they redrew Lobo?
Yeah.
They
Oh.
they
Oh.
redrew Lobo from the main man, right, with like the huge muscles and everything, and the big '80s Rob Liefeld like
Yeah.
chops and mullet, which
Yeah.
is awesome, by the way.
Basic biker. Biker
Right,
badass.
right. The main man, and then they turned him into like a, I don't know, a Twilight vampire, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Amanda Waller. She was like badass Aunt Jemima. Now she's like, I don't know, Zoe Saldana or something. It's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, I don't think they did. I think Amanda Waller was the weakest part of the Suicide Squad movie. Her and the kangaroo, those two.
Suicide Squad movie, they went in the wrong direction. That should have been not magic god deity type of villain. It should have been like evil terrorist or some foreign country. They could have used Black Adam's country, his home world. That's where you got to go and stop whoever from making something.
Oh yeah, that could have tied into the Shazam movie.
Yeah, DC, hire me, hire us. We'll make some better movies for you.
Right, right, and get some Green Lantern in there.
Oh, I've already got my idea for a Green Lantern movie.
Mm-hmm. It's a re-movie. But we're gonna get rid of the old one.
No, it's fine. I mean, the way I do it, I have it thought up. I would still do it would tie into the old one. You just have almost like a space buddy cop with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah, that would be great. And another reason why DC should have led with the Justice League movie, in like with Darkseid as the main villain, he shows up. You start off following Batman, right? And then like you see like the news clippings of all these people doing crazy stuff or whatever, but Batman's investigating it. The mother boxes start popping, or the boom tubes start popping up, and mother boxes are all over the place. And then fighting, right? A fight breaks out with some of the demonoids. Wait, what are they called? The parademons. Yeah, so start fighting some of the parademons out of nowhere, right? Like Superman shows up, starts fighting the parademons with him. More parademons coming out, and then like giant shark comes up and grabs one, and it's like Aquaman's riding it like a freaking horse, right? Like a surfboard, like a great white surfboard, a megalodon. Bring the Kraken up, right? Like all this stuff could have happened. Wonder Woman lassos one, snatches him out, or just snatches him so hard that he pops in two.
Yeah.
And here's this giant green fist comes flashing through the air. And it could have been just the whole movie, could have been just one massive fight against Darkseid.
You come out of the theater sweaty from all the excitement, like
just sweating, right? Because it's been 2 hours of the Earth is going to die fight. And then they finally get up against Darkseid, and he's like wiping the floor with them. And then they somehow turn the tides, and thanks to Superman being there, and they push him back. Yeah. Very much like how the animated movie War was. And it could have been something so similar. And then from there, the movies broke off to the individual.
Yeah, the aftermath of what happened or whatever.
Right.
That's like Wonder Woman. I hear it's supposed to take place in the 80s. Why are we still playing the time game? You did good with the first one. You good job. Let's bring it to modern times and do things.
Yeah, dude, because when you've got that gap, right? Like I see the prequel, right? This is how it all started. This is where we are now, where she's in Justice League. And her emotions carried over from here, from Trevor to here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means if there's anything that you put in between here that would lessen this, it's going to ruin this altogether.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, no, Trevor was, I mean, he blew himself up for me and he sacrificed himself. But then in 1984, I met Don, right? Don was a nice guy.
Don did some things. He listened to me.
Right,
So
right. He was very for the time. I mean, it was in the '80s, but he was a pure feminist. Like
mhm.
he knew me so well. Right, that's going to ruin all that other stuff that they just
Yeah.
did.
Did you hear who they got to play Cheetah?
No, who?
They've got Kristen Wiig from Saturday Night Live, Bridesmaids.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig. She's Cheetah. No, are there pictures?
No, not yet. And I'm
Standing next to Starfire.
yeah, she's actually about to come out with a matching coat, a cheetah print coat.
Yeah. That's what it's gonna be. She's gonna be a hooker too. Just all leopard print, not even cheetah print. It's all
Ugh.
leopard print. She goes by Cheetah.
I After seeing her Ghostbusters performance, which the whole movie was kind of bad, you know, I don't understand. Like, no one's saying that you can't be a Ghostbuster because you're a female. That job description, as long as you can put a proton pack in your back and maintain the stream, cool, whatever, you know. But don't sit there and like go off on this tangent of women, feminist power or whatever. It's like you just have to be good enough to act and make me believe that you can do this.
Yeah, and one of my things is like you can do whatever you want. It's your universe, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
rules that you establish in your universe need to be constant in your universe, right? Like they talked about how the photon energy doesn't destroy the ghosts; it just like knocks them out, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
just it subdues them. But then at the end of the movie, they're like blasting ghosts and they're like destroying them. Like that's completely wrong, right? Like you told me that that's not right.
Right. I'm just saying, like, you have almost a nuclear reactor on your back or carrying around, and you're just going all willy nilly, swinging it, and it looks cool, but it's like you're almost you should be like almost having like a nuclear meltdown. It should be like 3 Mile Island in New York City because you
Eh,
yeah.
exactly. Follow your own rules.
Yeah. Even in one of the trailers, they said that for scientists 30 years ago. So we're not gonna have we're just gonna have the cameos of the people. Is that how we're gonna do it? Cool.
Yeah. Well, once Harold Ramis died, I lost the hope of a new Ghostbusters movie anyway. And if you do want a good Ghostbusters sequel, past the second one, the video game,
Yeah,
the thing
that was a good one.
Xbox and PS2, I think it came out
Mm-hmm.
for, and that because they had all the voice casts or the voice actors in the game. It was great, and
Yeah,
it was that to me that's the final Ghostbusters movie.
yeah. I really enjoyed that game. I had a really good time playing it. If you're gonna do it, you should have just did it with them, the old guys passing the torch, training montages or something. Just
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like we're saying the same things everybody else is saying. So
yeah.
we're going to get off that horse. Anything else you want to talk about? New Dark Side's awful.
Uh, have you seen the Avengers yet?
I have not. I have not. Don't say anything.
I haven't seen it yet. You know,
Don't
with
say anything.
kids and everything else, I can't go like I used to. Oh, it's
Right.
opening day. You know, it's
Right.
like Black Panther. Everybody's like, "You go see it yet?" Like your black card just gonna be snatched away and punched like a subway ticket. Like,
Jeff, I'm looking at the spreadsheet and see how everybody else's blackness is way over here. Yours, and I
it's a
think it's
little deficient.
you're dropping, but I think it's because you haven't seen Black Panther yet.
Mm-hmm,
Right?
mm-hmm.
You let me know, and I'll shade the rest of this in, and we'll get you up with everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a talk with somebody, one of my coworkers and stuff like that. And we're talking about the movie, and I thought about it. I was like, growing up, Black Panther wasn't even in my top 5 black superheroes. You know, it was like my number one was John Stewart. I related to him. You know,
Easy.
you know. you're a military dude who's using his willpower to get things accomplished. I can relate to that. You know, number two was Blade. Oh, look, a guy who's on the line between good people and vampires. You know, you're that line in the sand. I can relate to that. You know, you like swords. I like swords. I can relate to that. You
You
know,
like swords? I like swords.
you know, you like to do karate in the basement. I can relate to that.
I can relate
I
to that.
just, you know, for me, I was never a king. You know, it's like Batman, my favorite because he had trauma growing up, some tragedy, fought past it, and he wants to protect his city, his family. You know, he likes cool cars and gadgets. I can relate to that. I can't. I'm not royalty. I don't have any. You know, other than being the king of my castle, my house. Other than that, it's like I got nothing.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I actually did grow up really liking Black Panther, and I thought he was really cool for like he didn't want to be the king,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like he never wanted to be the king, and his daddy died, and he had to. But then, like, he really wanted to spend more time in the U.S., right? Because it's better, right? Than,
America.
than right, right. And he just had like an ass load of cash.
Yeah.
Like money didn't buy. He got to do whatever he wanted to. He took the Avengers out a couple times, snuck into the mansion here or there, showed Tony Stark where his security problems were. Now, I really did like Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I related to him, but I loved his character. Like uh, like this dude had everything handed to him on a silver platter, and and hated it. Like refused it. Like
Mm-hmm.
no, no. Like I don't know, somewhat akin to Coming to America, right? Where they very much like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I still haven't seen it either, so I don't know how good of a take I can get. But I did like him. I did like him in the Captain America: Civil War, and I thought that was great. And I think that his character suffered from the addition of Spider-Man
Yeah.
because Spider-Man was late to the game, and you could feel that he took screen time away from Ant-Man and Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I think they shaved down those two involvements to shoehorn in a Spider-Man appearance.
Yeah. And it's like I think it was just too many people being way too ambitious. You know, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how you're gonna put 40 people into a give about as equal as you can screen time in Infinity War.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. No spoilers here, all right? So if
There's nothing
anybody
to spoil other
yeah,
than the screen fades to black and credits roll, and there's going to be an end credit scene or two. Other than that, I got nothing.
right. I think Darkseid's gonna eat shawarma with them. That's the third end scene. Wait till after the credits of the second movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you watch the first movie all the way through, and then this next movie starts up behind it. Finish that one, and then after that one, there'll be the Dark Side with shawarma. Right. Well, all right, man. I gotta get out of here. I gotta take it. Today's my daughter's birthday. She's 3 years old today.
Wow,
Yeah,
where's the time go?
I don't know. I don't know. I need to find it again. But as always, it was a pleasure talking with you.
Yep.
And if anybody even bothers to watch it, like let us know in the comments what you think about any of the things we talked about. So it'd be interesting to read about it. And
Yep.
I don't know. Stay valiant.
Ninjak on, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Later.
But